All right, we are live. Live, live.
Yes, sir.
You ever feel alone? You're not alone. He lived on the floor his whole life long, sweeping and mopping till the dust was gone. No one in the building ever gave him thanks. No one in the building even knew his name. But he kept mopping, he kept sweeping. He just knew there was no stopping. He kept mopping, he kept drinking. He just knew there was no stopping. He's never, never, never gonna prove himself. So why does he even try? He's never, never, never gonna prove himself. So why does he even try? He's never, never, never gonna prove himself. So why does he even try? He's never, never, never gonna be the boss. So why does he even try? Daddies and sons, well, they like to fight. It's been that way since there was light. Mommies and the daughters, they don't get along because they always say that the other's wrong. Say what? Family sticks together. They all know that they would rather family. It sticks together. And they pray for better weather. They're never, never, never gonna prove themselves. So why do they even try? They're never, never, never gonna prove themselves. So why do they even try? They're never, never, never gonna prove themselves. So why do they even try? They're never, never, never gonna get along. So why do they even try?
Many times, never wake up to the reality. We gotta break it up, shake it up, Keep the faith, believe in your people. We're all this together. Family is living so much better. In my heart and in my soul, love is shining in the house.
Sometimes I feel so quiet, no matter how loud I yell. I scream and scream and scream, and that's all I seem to do. And every single time I loud, it throws a little bit of my soul down the drain. And the harder I fight to make it stop, the harder it fights to stay. I'm never, never, never gonna prove myself, so why do I even try? I'm never, never, never gonna prove myself, so why do I even try? I'm never, never, never gonna prove myself, so why do I even try? I'm never, never, never gonna prove myself, so why do I even try? I'm never, never, but I try. I'll never, never, but I try. I'll never, never, but I try.
Yeah, like my man, he got bumped out. He was saying his internet connection is kind of spotty where he at, but he'll pop back in shortly. So yeah,
Oh
man.
yeah.
So yeah, man, that was Coleman Antonucci. Oh, there you go.
Antonucci.
Antonucci. Dang, I said it
You know
right
how,
the first time. Yeah, I said it.
you know how
Coleman
black folks with Italian names. You know we can't get it. And what's his name?
Antonucci,
Coleman
man.
Antonucci. Yeah.
Out, I'm out.
Oh.
That's it. That's all I got. I'm done.
Never. So yeah,
The whole time before my phone disconnected, the Never Never song was just heavily distorted on my end, and it sounded like a robot. And it was like, the whole time I'm like, I really hope that no one else is hearing this weird distortion, and it's only just on my end. And then I was like, nobody else is saying anything, so it's probably good.
Yeah, no, it was clean on this end. But from what I heard, I mean, on the listening, it ain't sound distorted or nothing.
yeah, it should have been fine. Yeah, I don't think it's yeah, but then you bumped out, so yeah, you might have had some.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So luckily, it was on your end, my
it's a
friend.
robot.
So you came across loud and clear on here. Hey,
Right.
I'm digging that background too. I
Right
see you got the guitar and is that bongos in the back? I see a guitar hanging on the wall
Uh,
behind you.
No, he's talking.
you guys are both doing the robot now to me, man. My phone's really making this difficult. What was
Oh,
that?
for real?
What did you say about the background?
I said I was digging the background. You got the guitar. I see a guitar like music. I see the musical stuff in the background. There, I see a guitar. Look like a set of congos or something.
Yeah, the lady that did the artwork is a woman from a music jam that me and my mom and dad used to run here in my hometown. And when I was making the album, every once in a while I would like play a song at the jam. And so she kind of one day she was like, "I'm gonna make your artwork," and I was like, "All right, I guess, cool." And then she asked, I'm playing a ukulele, and I think there's like some drums in the background, and there's like the spilled milk. But she did a really good job.
Hold on. Before we get started, though, man, we gotta do that. We gotta do that introduction, man.
Oh yeah, what it do? What it do? Live on Taco Tuesday.
Taco
That's
Tuesday.
it's your man, filling in for Step Lover, Toucan Dan. You see the hat.
And I'm Don Gotti Nash, and we are joined by.
Coleman Antonucci. Oh, he blinked, so we know he did. He was still there. We must have closed the screen, so I seen your eyes move. Okay, Coleman Antonucci. That right there was a song. You see, what's the name of that one? I didn't get to see it after the video.
Oh, Never, Never.
Never, never. Hey,
Never, Never from the album Happy Accidents.
Yeah, I like that one. That was clever. I like that one.
Yeah.
I like the song too because I feel the vibe of more because I was thinking of hip hop, but I kind of get that vibe like oh man, not Everlast when he actually became a good artist. I can't remember the name of the group. You don't remember the guy Everlast, the rapper, but he came to sing.
House of Pain.
No, yeah, but then he had the song "If You Really Right Know What It's Like." Yeah, he switched up his whole vibe and name.
Yeah, Whitey Ford sings the blues.
There you go. Thank you, Don.
That's what it's called. Whitey Ford sings the blues. I actually like that. I used to like that. I used to like
the vibe I just got. That's what I call real music, and I call that because everything you spoke of, I can fucking relate. I don't no matter who you are when you listen to that, you be like, yo, that's some relatable shit. So
but I was listening to because I had found the music. It was on another one of the Facebook groups, and I just I made a post that that we like to play people music, and I listened to it. I was like, damn, this cranks, and I'm not even sure. Yeah, and Coleman, what genre of music are you in, man? Like, what's your genre of music?
So I'm only getting like every other word. I don't know what is going on with my phone, but I following along a little bit. You asked me what type of music I'm into, right?
Yeah. What genre are you in?
I've never really been in one genre specifically. Like I've shifted from one to another, and I've kind of become someone who just appreciates good music in any genre. Like I love every style of music, but that doesn't mean that like every song is a good song. And so I've just kind of like genre to me is like a secondary effect. Like the thing that hits me first is like, is this a good song? And then it's like, oh, okay, it's a pop song or it's a folk song. But I mean, I was raised heavily in music. When I was a kid, when I was only like 3 years old, my mom took me to her choir, and I have a lot of experience singing in choirs. It was an a cappella Christmas carol choir, and I was like 3 years old standing on the stage with them, just like not really singing, but not singing. According to my mom, like I was actually trying. And then my dad too. My dad has been sort of like a bluegrass folk sort of musician in this area for like 40 years now, and and so they raised me, like there was a lot of the choir influences. I was really heavily into Motown when I was young, like the Platters, the Pretenders, all that doo-wop stuff like hit my soul really good. And then I kind of like I got into some pop stuff in middle school, and then when I went to high school, I went to a little bit of alternative, but still sort of like a little bit of everything. I never really excluded any genre.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it though, man. This sounds like this has a hip hop vibe to it, but it got a different vibe. It got a little different twang to it. This is why it caught me. I was like, damn, this is pretty dope. And
you know what? You can tell.
Yeah, when I heard some of your other stuff, you got some different vibes. That's why I asked you. I wondered. That's why I asked you the genre question, because your music. Like I heard another song, it had like a little Jamaican vibe to it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's one of your songs that had like it had some. I was like, damn. I said, okay. So yeah, man. Like you definitely stretch across a couple of genres, man. Like anybody out there that's checking this interview out, man, y'all should check out my man music. It's got its own little vibe. It's good stuff, man. Good music,
man.
And you know what?
Making me blush.
Yeah, and I heard the folk. The folk is where I see you come with the lyrics. You know what I'm saying? It feels like because most folk music it's based on reality. Like this is what I'm living in. This is how I'm feeling. So let me put this into a song. You know what I mean? Let me put a relatable melody to everyday life. You know, because that's basically from what I understand. Like folk music is. It's not really talking about nothing too extreme. It's more like the lows and the mids of life. But you know what I'm saying? I was digging it. Oh, you think we lost him again?
Yeah, he went out, but yeah, man, he got some different stuff. Like because he got some stuff that could sound that got the folk like all the way folk, but then he got some stuff. It's different. Then he got a joke that I heard before. Like I just heard it tonight. Got a little Jamaican vibe to it. I was like, damn, this joke, and it was dope. Like dope music, man. So yeah, he got a lot.
You can tell though. You can tell that his influence is music, and that's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? I fucks with that. Anybody who's let me wait till you get back in here. Yeah, get back. Yeah, I was just saying. Me and Don was talking about. I really like the fact that you are doing a musical approach to things. It's not let me do what music people are listening to. It's more that's when Don saying like the vibe is different things. It's like art. An artist is going to paint different scenes. He's going to paint it from different views. You know what I'm saying? That's what I love about music is art, because it gives you a chance to say, you know what? I wake up, I'm in a reggae mood today. You know what? I wake up, I'm in a little a Pink Floyd mood today. I wake up, I'm in the Jay-Z mood today. You know what I'm saying? I love that about music, because that music along with art is one of the forms where you can go and say, you know what? This is how I'm feeling, so let me do it. You know what I mean? So yeah, that shit. I like that shit. Like I said, and that remind me of when that's the first thing I heard. I was like, yo, this shit remind me of the
Everlast, the white, because that's that song where he what it's like,
like. It was some real shit. When he was breaking it down, I was like, oh yeah, that's some real shit.
I used to love that song. Hey, it was different. I used to fuck with that joke. It had a little story in it, and then it just like I used to love it. I used to love hearing that joke. What is like?
Everybody was like, yeah, I know what it's like. I feel like, you know.
Yeah, because music basically about relating to stuff, especially when you can relate to something that somebody's singing about. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't even matter if it's what type. It don't even matter what type of music it is. If it's something that catches you, man, you're like, oh, okay, this I like this. I'm feeling this.
It's like the words of the song. You know what I'm saying? It's like what you're saying. Why do we try to prove ourselves when a lot of times it never works? We never get the recognition of the flowers we feel like we deserve as people, but we constantly are doing things to try to get that recognition from other people. You know what I'm saying? To say, hey, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the situation is, like you said, the two sisters beefing, or whether it's mom and dad, brother and cousin, just people in the industry, always somebody say, yo, recognize how I am and who I am as a person. You know what I'm saying? Validate to a sense. And some people just don't get that shit. So yeah, like I said, I got that. I got where you was coming from with that. That was some real shit. They didn't put that on like one good movies or something. That sounds like some good soundtrack shit.
Right. Yeah. Hey, Coleman, Coleman, where you from,
means a
Coleman?
lot. What?
No, I said where you from?
Oregon. I'm
You from
from
Oregon?
yeah, I'm from Southern Oregon, a little town called Grants Pass. We're close to we're in this area called the Rogue Valley that's just like it's just a pit of like it's a good area because the people in it are good, but it's a really, really hard place to be any sort of artist or any sort of like we have in the past like 10 years I've maybe heard of 2 stand-up shows in my
Wow.
area. Like that's how that it's like no matter what any like I've had so many stories of like trying to like I used to play at a dive bar with a friend of mine from choir and both of our dads played with us. So it was me and my friend and then both of our dads and we called ourselves Relative Soul. And it was real fun. Like she was a great singer and my dad and the other dad are great instrumentalists and like we played some of my original stuff. We played some like Amy Winehouse covers. It was really good. And one night I'm doing an instrumental song that I've written and I've furiously practiced this. And drunk homie with a beer like walks like right up to me, like 2 inches from my face. He's got the beer breath and I'm just like literally in the middle of a song and my dad and my friends that are playing with me and he just goes, "Hey bro, can you play some Sublime?" And I looked at him, I gave him a look like, fuck off, dude. And then he goes, let me start it out for you. In the morning. And I threw my hands up and like, just was like, what the? I said some choice words and nobody in the bar seemed like they were, but the guy himself was like, gave me the look like I'm the asshole. But it's just cover bands because that's all it is in my area. It's just cover bands. If you play cover songs, you will get gigs at bars.
Did the man come up to you and was going to start off the song that he wanted to hear while you was doing your own shit on stage?
Yeah.
Hey, you got to become an artist because that's an artist's story, right? That is a definite Stephen Colbert late show interview right there. Everybody has those type of stories. That was a classic one right there. But I was going to ask you because you basically got into it. Like, how is the music scene? Because like you were just saying, depending on where you're from. Oh shit.
Yeah, he said. Yeah, he said his shit. Actually, hey, I'm gonna ask him about Oregon decriminalized drugs or something. I wanted to ask him about that, man.
What? Hey, Step, I said, Step, hey, Don, that man said, the man started singing, slip a line in his face in the middle of the step.
Yeah. He definitely was in his space, man.
Hey, but yeah, like I was saying, how, like you say, the toughness it is for music, the exposure for music. So, being as where you come from, do you feel like, if you want to make your big shot, or take that big shot, you gotta leave and go somewhere else, or chart, something in a different place?
There's no high-end sort of hope for any sort of like content producer in this area. And I mean like the high-end hope, like I used to do a lot of theater and like I did a lot of local theater and I did so much that I started like getting accepted into the club, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Like the whole hey, we're only casting people who are going to make money, or like or like we're skimming money off the top and not telling anyone. And it's really like that's all that all you can have in this town, in this area, is like small time sort of power. You can have power in a small town setting, so whoop-de-doo, I guess, great.
But yeah, I understand
although
the big fish in the little pond type thing.
Yeah. And I live actually pretty close to Ashland, Oregon, which has the Oregon Shakespeare Festival. Now, according to them, that's and it is. It's a pretty worldwide, from what I've heard. Like the Oregon Shakespeare Festival is.
Damn.
Yeah, he did say his internet was where he live at. He said is spotty. Like,
You know he in Oregon. You know he in Mud Pit, Oregon, because he can't even. Hey, Coleman.
Yo.
Yeah, who is doing y'all internet out there in Oregon? This ain't the right? Who's going out? We need to send a complaint department. They got a complaint department out there, or is it just one guy that comes and just sets the shit up out the back of his bank? The internet.
What was that? Can you start that over? My phone, I think, is making both of you sound like robots, and so I'm trying to pick out every other word.
I said, who in the hell is doing the internet out there in Oregon?
Oh,
internet,
yeah,
Oregon.
Exactly, 100%. Big time agree. Like, I'm using my phone and the mobile data on my phone, and I have unlimited data, and I can't even consistently watch Twitch. Like, I live out in the mountains, so I got mountain internet, I guess.
Mountain internet. That should be the name of your. That sounds like a song title or album title. Damn. The name of his next project should be called Mountain Internet, yo. Hey, that is a perfect joint.
Yeah.
My man said he got Mountain Internet. That sounds like a song.
Hey, Coleman. So yeah, you like I said, you can keep popping back in, but before we do move on to the next stuff, where can the people find you at on all the social media platforms, man?
So I'm on Facebook as Floman Creations. It's sort of an overbranching sort of. I've got a few different things that I'm going to release through there, and then I've also got a band with my mom and dad called The Anthill, and it's where we just put out an album of original songs, 12 original songs, 5 of my mom's songs, which is pretty freaking cool because she only wanted to do 2, and I was like, come on, Mom, you.
Oh man, he's getting to his mom's story. We got to work on this stuff. We got to send Coleman a fuck your opinion internet pack. He wanted to get into some good stuff. I'm all in the camera like what?
Yeah. So what you said about your mom?
Hey, yeah, I'm saying he was getting good. I got closer to my phone, the camera on my phone. Like, what do you think? Go ahead. No, go ahead, Coleman. You talking about?
Right now it's just Floman Creations on YouTube as well. I'm trying to put out some more.
Cool. You know what story? The mom story. Your mom's song.
You said your mom did 2. She did 5 songs, and you said she's supposed to do 2.
Yeah. She only wanted to do 2, even though she's written 5, and I totally convinced her of like, you should put all of your songs in because they're really, really good, and like, why not? And it was really, really rewarding for me to be able to produce and record and just sort of I did all the mastering too. I just taught myself on this album, and it was played. They played it on Jefferson Public Radio, which is part of NPR. But there's a folk show every Sunday night that they do. They do in Ashland that I was talking about a little bit ago. And one of our friends, we gave him a CD, and we didn't ask him to play it. We just gave him a CD, and he's like, "This is good. I'm gonna play it." So it was really like, and then he played one of my mom's songs. It wasn't one of my songs that he played on the radio. It was one of my mom's. So it was really, it just felt so rewarding to like, I've told my mom for years, I've told her like, you are much better at singing than you give yourself credit for, because, you know, we all suffer from the brain being our own worst critic, and you know, there's real things like imposter syndrome, but just for her to have that, like, it's like, no, you were played on the radio. That's a solid rock. That's like, you can go to that. And so it was super rewarding to be able to have that all go together.
Let me ask you a question. When you recording with your mom, I mean, since you've basically been doing it, you know, it's not really too much awkwardness. You know what I'm saying? But is it come to points where you like, Mom, I need you to hit it right here, where you got to kind of take command as the engineer? Because, you know, is any studio or, oh, shit.
He back there. He got.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Coleman, you hear me? Can you hear me? Coleman. You gonna make me pull down my mic. Coleman, can you hear me?
No, I can't. I didn't. I actually heard Coleman, can you hear me? But I didn't hear anything else.
Yeah,
yeah. Okay, that was yeah, I was asking, like, there's just times like you being an engineer producer where, you know, you working with like your mom and your dad, where you kind of get into a little the artist / engineer thing going back and forth more than, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, it's all fun and family and music, but, you know, it's things people take their craft serious. Is every time when you got to pull up on mom, like, look, Mom, you ain't hit that. You was a little flat on that last note. I'm gonna need you to kick it up a little bit, Mom, on this next one. Is it times like that working with your parents? Oh man. Hey Don, we got to work with, man. We having a great interview, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Let me talk to the people right quick to Coleman get back. If you don't know about Taco Tuesday or fuck your opinion, sometimes things get a little hinky. You know, we try to keep everything on point for y'all. But bear with us. You know, we having a good interview. My man just got that mountain internet. I don't even know what internet they got out there in the mountain. He must be really out there.
Shit, I wonder. Hey, do you know any artists from Oregon, man?
Hell no, I don't know no artists from Oregon. That was my biggest thing. When you said we got the Oregon artists, I'm thinking myself, because like I said, I'm thinking it was gonna be rap. So I'm like, yo, how was the Oregon hip hop scene? You know, because you don't get to ask that many questions.
Oh yeah, hold on, Coleman. A question we ask everybody, man. I mean, you into hip hop, right? Who's your favorite rappers, man? If from all time, like who's your top 5 rappers, man?
So, I'm bad at remembering names just right off the bat, but I do remember I was pretty big into one of the Puff Daddy CDs. I don't remember which CD it was, but it was back in the 90s. I was really into Busta Rhymes in the 90s when he kind of came out around the 90s, right? I really listened to his first few stuff, and like that music video he made with that like first music video where it's like he's moving all fast. That was just that blew my mind.
Yeah, he was. Hey, I'm actually talking about Busta tonight.
That was Give Me Some More. That was Give Me Some More. When it was like a cartoon. Yeah, that was my joint. Yeah, when he was rapping real fast and
you know what? Because you know what it is for me, hip hop is all about, can the person singing stay in a flow that makes sense with the song? That's any hip hop, rap, anything in genres that are like that. I'm gonna latch on to that.
Right.
And so just like when it's got that flow and the like the rapper just like when you're hitting that nice sort of cadence that's familiar, and you can grab onto that, and it's like you hear it once and you're like, oh, they're doing it a lot. Cool, I'm on board.
Hey, Coleman, did you know Busta just put out Extinction Level Event 2? Busta just put out a brand new album. Yo, look up Extinction Level Event 2. Hey, Busta Rhymes just put that out. I guarantee you will not be disappointed.
I haven't checked in with Busta Rhymes in a long time, and I've actually been kind of looking for a little bit of like, I need to I just finishing this album, so I need to kind of go a little bit in a new musical direction and listen to some stuff I haven't heard before. Gotta get that inspiration.
Go on YouTube right now and type in Busta Rhymes. When we finish this, he got 3 videos. His video called Czar. You're gonna love that video.
Nice.
It's
I'll check it out
Busta
after
Rhymes,
this. No, for sure.
Yeah.
That's
Just type in
yeah.
Busta Rhymes on YouTube. Show yo, he's back. Busta Rhymes is back.
Nice.
I watched the interview with him and Van Jones. He said it actually took him 11 years to do this album.
Wow.
Yeah, he said he started working on this video and this album in 2009. He started working on Extinction Level Event 2. That's how long it took him to put this album out.
That's some time and some devotion right there. Like,
no, this the first one, dog. This ain't even new joint.
Wow.
No, but you speaking of Busta, I was gonna talk about him tonight. Extinction Level Event was released December 15th, 1998.
Yeah.
Taco Tuesday shit. I'm saying it's funny. That's one of his favorite.
Shit. Yeah, and it came out today.
Yeah, it's one of his favorite people. He got the new album out. I'm just saying it's like a circle of shit going on, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And this was released in December 15th, 98. 98, one of my favorite years. You know what I'm saying?
So to this
that
day,
was 10 years old.
Hey, wow. We talking about it, and there it is right there on the same day. See, that's the circle of life. That's how the shit completes. You said the circle is complete.
Yeah, and it's the joke.
Yeah. I love it. I love it when stuff like that, lines up like that.
Yeah, man. That's how the stars work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
I got into a lot of other singles. I remember the song Purple Hills, I think was the version that I heard. I don't know. I don't know if there was some sort of like censorship or something like that. But yeah, D12.
D12. Yeah. Purple Hill. Yeah,
I love like
Purple Pill.
It was actually Purple Pill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that song, dude.
But I think they cleaned it up on the video version.
They called it Purple Hills.
Yeah,
the with an H. That was the version that I listened to. It like I never listened to more stuff of them just because for no specific reason other than like I'm really bad at remembering things outside my field of vision.
Gotcha.
Right.
So was you when you listen to him? Have you like introduced that to your parents? Like, yo, mom, check out the new Purple Pills video by Eminem, because it was Eminem and D12. He's always had the, Eminem's. We don't have to really discuss too much about the controversy surrounding Eminem. But did your parents ever get really introduced? Like, mom, check this out. This is the new hot shit right here, mom.
Hold on, because he would have been. Yeah, you would have been fairly young though when M was like popping like that. You would have been So So if you would have been listening to him, I mean, I'm pretty sure you had to hear it because he was the biggest rapper at the time.
Me and my brother were way into that. we loved it. We liked it a lot. But you know what? Even still, like on that original album, I only liked the CD. I only liked certain songs. I didn't like every song. I only liked the certain songs where that lyrical flow was maintained.
Mm-hmm.
My mom and dad were pretty cool about because my brother got really heavy into metal music, like Lamb of God, and just that really thrashy stuff. And they never my mom and dad were really. It's one of the things that I count as a blessing about them, but they never scolded us for the music we listened to, even though you could clearly tell that they were like, we're not cool with these weird songs our kids are listening to.
Yeah, because you listen to M and like Ken Kniff came on or something. You know what I'm saying? That would have Ken Kniff, remember his little character he used to do?
Yeah. I mean, especially if you got a church choir rehearsal on Sunday, that just was not Friday night. You go in the room and one kid is jamming off Eminem and the other kid is just da 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 da, and you're like, okay, we got choir rehearsals on. We gotta go to choir rehearsal tonight. I think your parents are seem like pretty cool parents.
Honestly, they are. Like I'm pretty stoked on how they've been an influence in my life. They've really made a difference. I mean, like I was just saying, like my mom, like the last album, I had songs that I could have put on there, and we could have still had a 12-song album, but it was like, no, it was like you should do this, and so you know, and the fact that we get to play together now, and like we just filmed like a concert during quarantine. It was
Right.
like in June. We filmed it out on our front porch, and like I got a buddy, and we like cut it up into bits, and like the fact that like they are so accepting of the music I used to listen to, plus the original songs that I like. The first when I was first writing original songs, they were weird. My first few original songs were so weird, and just like even I look back on what they were and how they've evolved, and I'm like, what, why did I continue playing those songs when they sounded like that?
Oh man, this is getting good.
Yeah, good interview, man. He got his pop up game is got good though. He been popping back like within a minute, so he should still be showing back. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we interviewing Coleman Antonucci, and there you go. He's back. He's back with us again. Also, man, if y'all
That
get
was a long.
yeah, hey, you had I ain't want to jinx you, but I was like, damn, he must have found
He was on the road. He was on the road. I was like, wait a minute.
Your internet found this mojo for a little bit, man. But everybody out there, check out my man Coleman Antonucci on YouTube, Facebook. Check out his music, man. We started off with one of his songs. I mean, this guy, like I got on to listen to one of his songs, and it caught me, and he on the show. I liked it.
And,
like I don't play nothing.
You know, I like to drop a jewel. Also, pay attention to this man saying how his parents and the people that he considered his foundation supported his dream, because that's a real important part. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
To have people that really support your dream, because you know a lot of people have families say, "Oh, you can't make it, you can't do it." It's 1,000 other people going to write songs and make music, but to have somebody like, especially moms and dads, like, yo, if that's what you feel like you can do, go for it. I'm going to support you. I'm going to take part in that. You know what I'm saying? To everybody who see this, man, if you got kids and you got people that have dreams, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Support them, man, because you never know where that shit can take them or you if you support them. You know what I mean?
What's up, Joe Jackson? Thanks for checking us out, man.
And it's also really it's really easy to not realize one idea, like saying no to one idea a person has can do a lot more damage than you think to them. So it's like, man, we're in this COVID time. Everybody is trying to hate everybody. Just love each other. Like, just like you said, like that's what I learned from my mom. Blind support. Even if I don't like your idea, if you are stoked on it, I'm gonna support you. Like, it's easier. It's easier to just be supportive and nice to people, because at the end of the day, it's the golden rule, which is what my grandma taught me. Big time family. I've had a lot of family influence. But I wanted to say earlier, you were talking about how everybody can relate to the words from the Never Never, and just one of the things that's funny about that is that every time I write songs, I have a phrase that I've kind of coined myself, and I try to everyman my lyrics. No matter what I write, I try to everyman it so that no matter who you are, you feel something. And the fact that like both of you having emotions and thinking things from something that I made that in reality. So, you know, it's one of those things where it just means so much to me to be able to affect you and to give good music out there. That just I'm stoked that you guys like it so much.
Yeah. I mean, listen, one thing I've learned is you can never bring you can never bring negativity into positive energy. As long as you have a direct, like when you create that with a positive energy. That shit reverberates. So you don't even have to be in the building. You don't have to physically be there for that positive energy to be transferred into the, you know what I'm saying, into the nebula atmosphere, whatever the fuck you want to call it. but it's a transference. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
me and Don talk about this like when it comes to music that we listen to. You know what I'm saying? Um, we always listen like we play rap music. We always play rap music, and me and Don got this ongoing thing where everybody's pointing a gun in the camera and be like, "Yo, if I was a cameraman, I'm like, listen, you ain't gonna keep pointing rifles and shit and handguns into the. You're making me feel nervous." But what I'm saying in that is, it's an energy. You see what I'm saying? And then when that transfers and energy becomes and negative press about rap music or music period where people are harmed or people lose their lives, you got to look at it as what is the positive vibe given by the music? You know what I'm saying? Bob Marley.
Yep.
Bob Marley was one of the ambassadors for positive vibe because Bob Marley could go into anyone's place or arena or whatever, and the amount of energy, positive energy that he would give, even if you didn't know reggae or understood one word Bob Marley was saying, you would sing along because the energy. I don't know anybody. I'm sure you in Oregon, if you put on a Bob Marley song right now in Oregon at any event you're playing, somebody's gonna sing along with that. You might be like, you know what? It wasn't just Bob Marley. It was the energy that came. You know what I'm saying, along with that. So,
Yeah.
like I said, man, kudos to you on putting that out in that vibe because we need that, man. We need positive vibes and songs that give a sense of positivity to people. Like I say, especially during COVID, man. Everybody needs to realize that we all, as they say, in this together, and it's all on one plane. You know what I mean? I'm sure people in your town are dealing with the serious impact because you're in a smaller town, small town, but it becomes a larger scale. Because like they
Hey,
see,
but
mom and pops and stuff is closing things, stores closing. Certain businesses are not surviving. People are not surviving. Go
but
ahead,
Coleman,
Don.
let me ask you, what's your take on the criminalization of drugs in Oregon? Is that affects you too, or is it just a specific area that's doing it?
The
The
what?
criminalization of drugs.
What did you say?
You can't hear
The
me.
criminalization.
Well, I'm hoping it does something in this area because, like, my area, the Rogue Valley is one of the worst in America for meth. Like,
Wow.
it's like I don't want to like seem like I'm just like trash talking my own area, but the facts are the facts. It's very rampant here, and we have this super conservative Proud Boys sort of mentality in this area. Like, I have a neighbor who has a giant white truck that has a Trump flag and American flag. And I just think that, like, I love how obviously just like stupid it is to whip a flag behind you like that. Like, to me that's disrespectful, but to them it doesn't matter. They just, they're, and like, we even had, so like when all that crap was going down in Portland, when like the BLM stuff started just going on, like Portland was a hotbed. A bunch of Proud Boys, they're not Proud Boys in this area. They're actually called something. They're called Oath Keepers, I think. I'm not sure, but I think that's what they're called. They went to, they like read on a website that a group of Antifa, which like a group of Antifa members was going to come down and attack this giant flag we have in our town. And those people during COVID actually went there and like just had a tailgate party, like with their guns and their trucks. It was hardcore to like, I live in this town, and it's, and like I said, there's just meth everywhere. So hopefully, the thing about the decriminalizing that I'm really looking forward to is that they're going to set up like treatment centers. They're going to do a bunch of like reformative stuff like that. That's hopefully going to actually, it's going to make people actually get better rather than just adding more people to our already overstuffed criminal prison system.
And you know what? The funny thing that you said that, because this whole defund the police bullshit that everybody keeps speaking of, and since like, well, we're going to take away police, we're going to take away protections as people. it was good that you said that because it's not defund the police. It's actually law, the reform the law, reform the way that people are
Yeah.
treated. Because like you said, if you got people that are suffering from methamphetamines in that area, a lot of people don't. I mean, need to know that was people consider a poor man's drug. You don't see billionaires. Bill Gates ain't gonna do methamphetamines. That's considered. Those are drugs that's considered with more to deal with poverty. Poverty, as we know, that shit don't have no color barrier. You poverty is poor is poor. You ain't got to be a color to be poor. You know what I'm saying? That shit just comes along with it. So when you have reform for actual, like you said, have health clinics, mental health clinics, have places where people can go because a lot of people turn to drugs because they're broken. It's not because they just born to be straight crack or methamphetamine addicts. It's things in their life, in their households, in their families that they didn't get a chance to really explore that they turn to drugs. You know what I'm saying? People are poor, so they get depressed. Depression causes all kinds of addictions. You know what I mean? So it's better that I'm glad that you said that because it's not a issue when it comes to certain things as black or white. Is what is relative to helping the people because a lot of people say we support Trump. Okay, well you got a lot of y'all deal with a lot like you say methamphetamine, but you got a conservative. Most of the government and the politicians in that area is considered conservative. Conservatives don't want to pay attention to the poor, and they don't want to pay attention to people that's dealing with drugs and poverty and strictness. So they're going to say, well, just lock them all up. They all drug addicts. Just lock them up, and we don't have to deal with those people. But the actual fact is, oh damn, my man wrote had to, but you know what I'm saying, Don. The actual fact is, the way you deal with poor people and the way you deal with drugs is you give them the help they need instead of just putting them in jail. So that was some real shit. I mean, that was Coleman. That was some real shit you just touched on. And that whole that whole Proud Boys and the American flag and Trump and all that's bull. You know what? This is what I learned also. A lot of people feel lonely. So they need to join something, even if it's the wrong thing to join. A lot of people feel like, well, nobody stands for me, so I got to join something that stands for some shit, even if they don't really, really believe in that shit.
Yeah. Well, they get this. Some lived their life thinking they're a victim and not really understanding why they're a victim because they're a toxic person and they just haven't done the time to none of us are perfect. We all have, but some people just like those are just like what you said, they are lonely and they're looking for other people who are just like, yep, we're victims. Oh, I said the other thing doesn't matter. I'm a victim of the other thing today. I don't care. It's just like the fuck your feelings crew. Like I love the meme that's going around. That's the you lost, get over it crew is really upset that they lost the election, and it's so it's tough. Like living in this area is, but
people,
the drug reform thing.
And like I said, people in those areas are going to feel that way because that's what they see. They're going to look at it as, well, they're coming to take our guns. They're coming to threaten our way of life. No, we're not. If you had Obama in there, oh shit.
Yeah, he'll pop back in shit. He he had a second camera coming in. He figured it out. There you go.
No, you're 100% right. Nobody's coming to take your guns. That would have happened by now. If that was a plan of the government, it would have happened a long time ago.
Right.
And people like Ben Shapiro, good old B-Shaps, he just says whatever he wants, and the algorithm just funnels people to him. It's so messed up. I'm surprised that things like we need police reform, we need media reform, we need economic reform, we need all of these types of reforms in our society, and I'm just like, I'm so surprised that more people are just like, no, it's perfect. No, we don't need to change anything. It's like, what? Even you, a person, needs to change to be a better person. So get out of here with that.
Yeah, you got some good points, man. Like I said, you definitely got some good points, and keep on spreading that positivity, man, because people really need to understand that that's what it is. You can't kill war with war. You can only kill war with love. It doesn't work no other way. You can't. It's never been decided to say, well, they killed more people than we killed more people, so we quit. It ain't that. It's always a resolution of people said, okay, enough people have died. Well, maybe we need to find another resolution. And like I said, this country, we all got to live no matter what you feel, we all have to live in it. Now, you might not want who to choose who your neighbor is, but you have to pay attention to who your neighbor is, because you may think that person's your enemy and they're not. It might be just fear. Well, I don't want that person living next door to me because they're going to do this. You don't even know this person. You don't know who they are, but you got to get to know, like you said, you have next door neighbors with Trump flags and, all white Broncos and American flag. You're like, hey, I tolerate it. That don't mean I have to go over there and me and my neighbor don't have to shoot it out to see who's politically correct. We just have to, hey, we got ideas, you got ideas. But goddamn it, if your house catch on fire, I'm sure you want me to come knock on the door and say it's a fire in that motherfucker instead of just letting you and your pearly white truck burn to the ground.
Right. That is such a good point that you make of like somebody like that would be like, they'll never want to talk to you because you have a different opinion. But the second that they need help, it's like, I don't care what your opinion is. Suddenly I need help. And that's the thing that nobody realizes, that like we all need help. Everybody right now, everybody at the bottom needs help. And it's hard living, especially with everything that's happened this year. It's hard to just live and sort of like have to, because nobody wants to accept all the shit that's going down, but we kind of have to. So
there you go.
Like I said, just love each other. Just be nice.
Yeah, man. Get that shit going, because the quicker we get that, the quicker we can figure out what the fucking problem is with ourselves. The quicker we can find out what's the problem with every fucking body. That's no bullshit.
Yeah.
Dog, what you got?
Yeah.
No,
we about to shit. We towards the end of the show, man. I'm actually playing another one. I'm gonna play another one of his songs, man. I'm gonna play the Rain, man.
All right.
Yeah, we'll play the Rain.
When I wrote this song, The Rain, and at first I got in my head for like 2 years that I was like, in my head, the voice in my head said, you're some white boy who just wrote a reggae song. You're going to get made fun of so much if you play that. That was the voice in my head. But I played it for someone and they were like, this is a really good song. And you're like, oh, right. Okay. Yeah, cool.
Right. And then we had Tom Hanks' son come out and just go straight Shaggy on it. So that shit, I'm sure at that point made it okay. When Tom Hanks' son came out and he just went full straight Shaggy. So
yeah, I'm gonna play this and then we'll come back and close out. So The Rain.
Right. Let me hear it. And you play all the instruments?
Oh no, when she got another meal and he wonders for life without
about to put y'all on that Coleman Antonucci.
I wonder why they suffer.
Still here.
We see so many others who live in peace. Live in peace, and then the rain gonna come on down, and we'll drink up all the water, the rain.
Trying to get me a split together.
I can get my bong real quick.
Yeah.
Make us all cry, but the rain gonna come on down, and we'll drink up all the water. to be broken, giving power to all corruption, and none of us have a say in the rules we must obey. Now none of us have a say in the rules we must obey. The rain gonna come on down and we'll drink up all the water. The rain gonna come on down and we'll drink up all the water. The land is gonna get dry and make us all cry. But the rain gonna come on down and drink up all the water.
Oh, you know I like that shit, right? That's my groove.
Hey. Man still fights man to own his land, and none of us can seem to get along, because I say what is right and I say what is wrong, and what you say is never right. So I guess we will always fight. The rain gonna come on down and drink up all the water. The rain gonna come on down and we'll drink up all the water. The land is gonna get dry and make us all cry. But the rain gonna come on down and we'll drink up all the water. The rain gonna come on down and we'll drink up all the water. The rain gonna come on down and we'll drink up all the water. The rain gonna come on down and we'll drink up all the water. The rain gonna come on down and we'll drink up all the water.
Oh, that's that reggae breakdown too, right there. Hey, Coleman, is that's all you? Like every instrument you played?
No, not that one. That is, I can't take credit for the music on that. I wrote the song, I wrote the lyrics, and we originally recorded that with just me on a ukulele. But the producer guy that I was working with at the time did everything else and just like surprised me one day. So like that was when I first heard that, and I was like,
it blew your mind.
Yeah, I played.
Yeah, man, that solo crank, man.
Thanks. The guy who did that Happy Accidents album is he joined our band for a little bit, and man, he could play any instrument. Like he was like had a musical theory degree from college in Oregon, and like he literally could just, if it made music, he knew how to operate it, and he did all of that. Like it rained the night, so like I recorded those lyrics, and then it rained that night at his house where we were recording, and he put to get that rain sound, he took a bus tote, or not a bus tote, but a tote, like a tote you carry. He put that outside on its side and just pointed a microphone at it. So that rain sound at the beginning, like he recorded that.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
That's organic, baby.
He's the producer on all those videos. He's by far like he struggled with writing songs, and I can bust out the songs, and like I didn't have the much of the musical instrumentation at the time, so he did a damn good job. But the album after that is a lot of me, but you got to start somewhere.
Hey, we about to jump out of here in like 20 seconds, man. Where can they find you at again before we close out?
Flowman Creations, YouTube, Facebook.
All right, check them out, man. And thank y'all for joining us on Taco Tuesday.
Hey, Coleman Antonucci, thank you for dropping by, man, and bringing some different light and love to this show. This is Fuck Your Opinion, Taco Tuesday. Check us out on
Taco
Thursday.
Tuesday.
On Fuck Your Opinion, the podcast. We out.